Bertha of Savoy, also called Bertha of Turin, a member of the Burgundian House of Savoy, was Queen Consort of Germany from 1066 and Empress Consort of the Holy Roman Empire from 1084 until 1087 as the first wife of the Salian Emperor, Henry IV. Life. Bertha of Savoy was a daughter of Count Otto of Savoy and his wife Adelaide of Susa from the Ardwinici noble family. Her maternal grandparents were Margrave Ulrich Manfred II of Turin and Bertha of Milan. Marriage during the lifetime of Emperor Henry III. Bertha was betrothed to Henry III's son, Henry IV, on the 25th of December 1055 in Zurich. Bertha was raised in Germany thereafter. When she was 15, Bertha was crowned queen in Würzburg in June 1066 and married Henry on the 13th of July 1066 at the Königsfalls of Tribur. Although they had grown up together and Bertha was apparently a pretty young woman, the Saxon chronicler Bruno of Mersburg, an avowed opponent of Henry IV, reported on Henry's continual unfaithfulness. He had 2 or 3 concubines at the same time, in addition, yet he was not content. If he heard that someone had a young and pretty daughter or wife, he instructed that she be supplied to him by force. His beautiful and noble wife Bertha was in such a manner hated by him that he never saw her after the wedding any more than necessary, since he had not celebrated the wedding out of free will. Attempted repudiation. In 1069, Henry attempted to repudiate Bertha. At an assembly at Worms, Henry explained publicly that his relationship with his wife was not good. For a long time he had deceived others, but now he did not want to do so any longer. He could not accuse her of anything that justified a divorce, but he was not capable of carrying out conjugal relations with her any longer. He asked them for the sake of God to remove him from the bonds of a marriage closed under bad signs, so that the way to a luckier marriage might be open, and nobody knowing any objection to raise, and his wife being an obstacle to a second marriage ceremony. He then swore that she was as he received her, unstained and her virginity intact. The German episcopacy dared not submit to the king's demands, and no conclusion was reached at the Worms assembly. Instead, the German bishops called on Pope Alexander II for assistance. A synod was convened at Frankfurt for later in the year. During this time, Bertha retired to the Abbey of Lorsch. The papal legate Peter Damian presided at the Frankfurt Synod. He opposed Henry's repudiation of Bertha on the grounds of canon law, but many of the German princes were more concerned about the response of Bertha's mother Adelaide. Henry IV reluctantly reconciled with Bertha. His first daughter with Bertha was born in the following year, Canossa. During the fierce investiture controversy, Bertha's husband was excommunicated by Pope Gregory VII at the Lenten Synod in Rome in 1076. In October, the German princes took the occasion and swore an oath at Tribur that they would no longer recognize Henry as king unless this excommunication was lifted. Henry thus had to cross the Alps and travel to Italy in order to meet with Gregory during the winter of 1076–77. Bertha and the young son, Conrad, accompanied Henry on his dangerous journey. While the South German princes blocked his path, Henry hoped to travel through one of the Alpine passes controlled by his mother-in-law, but Adelaide extracted a high price before allowing him to do this. Adelaide then accompanied Henry and Bertha on the long and dangerous walk to Canossa, where from the 25th of January 1077, Henry underwent penance for several days and begged Gregory VII's forgiveness. Adelaide was among those who acted an oath helper to secure Henry's absolution from excommunication. After the forces of Henry IV had besieged and occupied Rome, He and Bertha were crowned Emperor and Empress on the 31st of March 1084 by Antipope Clement III. Death: Bertha was 36 years old when she died in Mainz on the 27th of December 1087. She was buried in Speyer Cathedral. Children. From her marriage with Henry, Bertha eventually had 5 children, 2 of whom died while still young: Adelheid, Henry. Agnes married firstly Frederick I, Duke of Swabia, and secondly Leopold III, Margrave of Austria. Conrad, later Roman German king and King of Italy. Henry V, later Roman German king and Holy Roman Emperor.